Good Monday evening, everyone. David Paul here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. Let's just step off the screen here. Look, lights just coming up. Sun's down below the horizon in Galveston. Still have a little red glow in the sky. It is beautiful down there. Just gorgeous. The family down here taking a walk on Seawall Boulevard. Waves are afoot. Murdoch's lit up. It's just a beautiful evening down in Galveston. I wish I was there. This is the beginning, well actually yesterday was the beginning of what is a very nice stretch of weather. This work week, tough to stay in the office, highs near 80, cool mornings, lovely afternoons. And then the only thing really, the fly in the ointment is the pollen. The ragweed is really beginning to come up. The cedar. You may remember 2 weeks ago, Monday 2 weeks ago, we measured cedar at 50. A week later we were at 250, and this morning we woke up with cedar at 510. So cedar season is definitely getting going. The cedar plants, the juniper, is beginning to bloom and send out its pollen. When cedar gets really bad, it can get up between 5,000 and 10,000 on a daily basis. So we're not obviously there yet, but the end of the month into March is when things can really get bad. The cedar comes from central and north central Texas and works its way down here. And we have some local cedar blooming here as well. Okay, a lot of folks over the weekend were asking me, Dave, can I plant? Have we had the last freeze? Are we going to freeze again? Let's look at the numbers on that. These are the statistics. Normal average date of the last freeze along the coast is January 28th, so we're well past that. South side of Harris County down to League City, average date of the last freeze, February 9th. We're past that. Today is February 16th, so right in this zone, from Katy to Cypress to Klein to the Woodlands to Kingwood to Humble to Liberty. Statistically, today's the last day we'd get a freeze. So you can plant, you'll be safe, if you believe in statistics. And then March 2nd is the last freeze further north into our northern burbs, Brenham to the Woodland, to Conroe and to Livingston and Huntsville. So you may want to wait up there. Okay, so those are the averages. What's the actual latest day we've ever had a freeze? Well, at Bush Intercontinental Airport, it's April the 10th, 1973. April 10th. So that was obviously an outlier, but it can happen. I usually say wait until March 15th if you really want to be safe. If you don't and you want to dig it up and you can't wait to plant, go ahead. Just understand you may have to cover it back up if we get another freeze before we finally actually get into full-blown spring and early summer. Is there any cold air in Canada that could bring a freeze down here again? Yeah, there is. Plenty of it. Yellowknife 15 below, Old Crow 16 below, Kugluktuk is 33 below, Barrow, Alaska 13 below. So there's plenty of bitter cold Arctic air up here. Just for at least the next 7 to 10 days, there is no mechanism to get this Arctic air plunging south into Houston and southeast Texas. But it's there. Keep an eye on it. High temps over the next 7 days. So Monday was 72, tomorrow 78, Wednesday 80, Thursday 80, Friday 83, Saturday 78. You might be thinking by the end of the week, I can put my sweaters away, right? No, don't. It's going to get cool again, chilly, early next week. Sunday, Monday, lows in the 40s, highs in the 60s with a north wind. So it is going to get chilly again, not a freeze, but chilly. High temp today again, 72 at Bush, 351 this afternoon. Morning low was 48, right on the button normal. We were just a little bit above normal. I love looking at the records this time of the year. Record high is 82 in 1927. Record low is 13 in 1895. Back on this day in 1895, we still had snow on the ground. It was melting, but we had snow on the ground left over from a huge snowstorm we had on February 14th, 1895. Two big snowfalls, one on February 14th, 1895, another on February 14th, 1899. Look them up. This is Bush Intercontinental Airport. So this guy's taxiing. They're taking off this way tonight, taking off into that southeast breeze. So he's getting ready to go. Roger that. You're clear for takeoff. And look at this gorgeous evening. Best weather in the world, I think, right here. Hobby at 65, Bush 66, light southeast breeze, Sugar Land 68, comfortably cool. Galveston at 61, water temperature is 64. That's what's keeping you guys cooler on the island this time of the year. There's your southeast breeze, 8, 9, 10, 12 miles an hour out of the southeast. Just a beautiful light breeze across the area this evening. There may be a little bit of patchy fog overnight. It won't be real thick. It won't be widespread. Maybe a little thicker further west. So suggest the models, but here just a patch or two of the fog in the morning. And we won't get cold. We'll be cool tonight, comfortably cool. Lows in the 50s, 11 o'clock, 1 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m. By the time sun's coming up, we'll start to warm up, 59 at 7 a.m. And then we warm to 78 tomorrow, 80 on Wednesday, Thursday 82. Beautiful spring weather. And things will change as we head into the weekend, but not until the second half of the coming weekend. And what we're waiting on is this California storm. Look at all the snow and rain out here. This is the first of a parade of low pressure areas that will dump rain and heavy snow in the Sierra Nevadas the next several days. This is also going to finally give the ski resorts up at Park City, Utah, and into the western mountains, Rockies of western Colorado, a heavy snow. They're going to get a lot of snow out of this the next 3-4 days. So they're playing catch up with their ski season out there. Take a look at the big picture. This is tomorrow's map. There we are, beautiful. And there's the low pressure. Look at it just scooping the Pacific and blowing it on shore. That is just, they're going to be measuring snow in feet in the Sierras. Mountains of Utah, mountains of Colorado, Steamboat, Vail, Aspen, Snowmass, all going to get significant snow. Tomorrow, they will get even heavier snow, especially in the Colorado Rockies and the Utah Rockies. On Wednesday, while we are sitting here just basking in the most beautiful spring weather you ever did get. It's a closer view of our weather map. Going into tomorrow, high pressure slips into the Gulf, so we'll get a little bit more of a south breeze tomorrow, but we're warm. We stay on the warm side of that front. This front stays to our north, so we stay warm through Wednesday, and we really stay warm all the way through Saturday. It won't be until Saturday until a burst of energy coming off the Pacific will finally push a front through here and give us the cooler weather. Overall, we're warmer than normal. February 22nd to the 26th, NOAA thinks we're warmer than normal across the middle part of the country. And this is the problem. You know, even though we had some rain over the weekend, not enough to really put a dent in the dry conditions. So we're in drought across the board. Maybe it's not quite so bad right there, 99 at 290. Dry considered there, but every place else is moderate to severe to extreme drought. And as we look at the rainfall outlook for the United States, wetter than normal out west, we saw that, but overall, middle of the month, getting into the second half of the month, much drier than normal for Southeast Texas and Houston. And that's an issue because we had several freezes. We've got a ton of dry plant material. If we get these spring storm systems and we go into a drought spring, a dry spring, that could make the fire danger across the state quite bad. We're not there yet, but that's what we're kind of walking toward and we're paying attention to. Tuesday's numbers then, beautiful day, 57 in the morning, 73 by noon, 78 in the afternoon, a little bit warmer tomorrow, just beautiful spring weather. Wednesday 80, Thursday 82, Friday 83. Saturday, a few isolated showers, 78 ahead of the front. That finally pushes through. It's a Pacific system, so it doesn't bring a freeze, but it brings cooler weather. And this will be windy as well. It'll be windy on Saturday and windy on Sunday. South wind Saturday, north wind Sunday, 48, 62 Sunday. So you will need your sweaters back out Sunday, and that will last into Monday as well. So a beautiful week of spring fever, and then we go back into winter by Houston standards early next week. That's where we stand. Have a beautiful evening, everybody.